Hi, I'm Jo from J.H.Leather and welcome to the J.H.Leather podcast. In this episode of the podcast, find out what I've got up to this month, including going viral, workshop upgrades and getting golfer's elbow. So this month has been a bit of a month of two halves. So if you listened to the last podcast and have seen some of my videos, you will have heard that I managed to break my camera. So whilst that sort of got sent off to get the quote to get fixed and then went through the insurance to get approved, I didn't have a camera for the beginning half of the month. So not much really got done, which is a bit unfortunate and very unproductive. But I have managed to start sort of getting some ideas together for make-along videos for the rest sort of the year. I say that I've got a couple of ideas that I would really like to do, and I hope that you guys would find that interesting. So they're going to be, the next one I really want to do would be like a grab bag, so like a tech bag or like a drop bag where you can put your toiletries and stuff in, because that I think would be something quite nice, and we can do a few different techniques on that, including adding a zip, which we haven't actually done on the YouTube channel before. So that is sort of what I'm thinking for the next one, hopefully. Also, just sort of thinking about what other things that I could make that I think you guys would like to see. And if there is any sort of make-along videos that you would like, or there's sort of techniques that you would like to see, let me know, because I'm always open sort of for feedback from you, because obviously I'm making sort of these videos, but without sort of input from what you would like, you've sort of stuck with the things that I've come up with. So if there are specific things that you really do want to come up, sort of have in a video, please let me know, and you can sort of let me know in any other comments on YouTube. And if you're on our Discord channel, there is a video suggestions page where you can sort of pop your suggestions there. So let me know what you would like to see. Otherwise, you're just getting the stuff that comes out of my head. Now, that was the first half of the month. Now, the second half, when the higher camera arrived, have now been incredibly busy. So basically, since having the camera, I think I've had it for like maybe a week and a half now. I've filmed 3 videos, which is quite a lot, and I've done some workshop upgrades as well. So starting with the videos, obviously we've got the update video that came out, and my tool time video about the strap cutters and the plough gauge, which stupidly I had to upload twice because I somehow managed to delete about 30 seconds of information from the plough gauge section, which actually, when it's only about a 3-minute video, 30 seconds is quite a lot. And I didn't realise till about midnight the night that I released it. So I was like, oh no, so I had to quickly make it private and then add in all the information again in the morning and re-upload it. So that was a bit of a faff, and I probably lost a few views for that, but whoops, lessons learned. And I know what I did. Basically, I was adding in the audio track. I use DaVinci Resolve for my video editor. And I think what I did, I know what I did. When I put in the video in, I pressed the backspace button when I was deleting part of the track. And what that does, if the sort of tracks above aren't locked, it will remove that section of that whatever's above it. So if there's a gap in it, anything in that gap is just going to go. So that's what I managed to do, which was a bit frustrating, but now that I've done it, hopefully I won't do it again. So lessons learned on that one. So also obviously we did the update video, and then in between that and then filming the next video that I did, I actually did some workshop upgrades. So that involved, so if you've seen, you would have seen sort of inside my workshop in the videos, but if you were part of our Patreon supporters, there is a vlog that is exclusive to you, and so you would have seen the building on there. So basically the building that I'm in is a really old Victorian workhouse, so it has a lot of history to it, and it's like, when you read the history, it's pretty horrific what actually happened in those workhouses back in the Victorian times. But anyway, so a trust owns it, and sort of they've been developing it slowly to get like units and stuff like that in, and gallery spaces and that sort of thing. So my unit is within the building, and now I've got 2 external walls, and it's quite a big unit that I have. It's 5.5 by 7.5 meters, so it's quite a big unit, and I've got 4 absolutely massive windows. And because it is an old building, it is single glazing, and they're metal frames, and the putty that is like around each individual pane of glass is not really ideal. It needs a lot of work. The whole building needs a lot of work, and they are doing as much as they can to it. But it does mean my workshop is incredibly cold all of the time, which is great for summer, but not great when it's not summer, and when it's cold, which is the majority of the time here in Wales. So we were hoping to get planning permission to put some secondary proper glazing in. So because it's a listed building, so in the UK there are different grades of listings, and it's a 2-star listed building, which is less than ideal if you want to do anything to it in terms of upgrades or anything really. So to get secondary glazing put in, we need full planning permission, and they need scale drawings and all that sort of information. And sort of the stopgap for that is that I can put in a temporary sort of glazing unit. So what that means is one of the trustees very nicely helps me, and he put in some sort of wood surrounds for me, and then I've just got some 2mm acrylic plastic, and I went for the 2mm because anything more than that was incredibly expensive, and because the sheets that I need are like 1.5 by 1 meter, so they're pretty big sheets. So it was nearly £50 a sheet, and I needed 4. So so we went for the 2mm, because if you went up to 3 it was an awful lot more expensive. Anyway, so that all arrived, and I have been installing that on my own, so that was fun. It was a learning experience, that's for sure. The main one being properly check the acrylic for the protective sheets that are usually stuck to them, because on the one that I did check, it only had it on one side and not both, but all the others had it on both sides. So after putting 3 of the windows up and realising that, I then had to take 3 of them down to take them off. So that was a bit frustrating, but anyway, they are up now finally. It did take quite a while to get everything sorted because I needed to keep going and getting more silicone to actually make it sort of airtight, as it were, so there's no gaps in it, and I needed more screws than what I thought as well. But they are up. I'm hoping that they're going to make a difference. I'm not too sure. I'm feeling a bit dubious about it. I think it might have been a lot of effort for maybe not a lot of gain, but we'll have to see. And sort of putting them in obviously at the end of February, I don't think I'm really going to see too much of a difference, because we're going to hopefully come into some warmer weather with March just around the corner. Also, actually, when this release, it should be the 1st of March, so hopefully we'll get some more settled weather and it will start to get warmer, and it will just be nice to be in the workshop, because it's horrific when it's cold in there. It's not nice. And even with like heaters and stuff on, even with the big air, like the massive sort of jet heater that I've got in there, it will get it up quite high. And I have noticed actually the difference with that is it does get warmer a lot quicker with that one going, but it doesn't keep the heat. So they've also put in planning permission to actually sort out the insulation in the ceiling, because at the moment it's literally just floorboards and then the rooms upstairs. So as well as causing issues with sound when anyone is upstairs either walking around or just talking, you can hear absolutely everything. It means a lot of my heat just goes up out of the ceiling, which is less than ideal, but I guess it's nice for those people who are upstairs. But again, we have to wait for planning permission to just put in insulation and sort of board that up, which is just ridiculous, but it is what it is. So hopefully that will go through. But like I said, hopefully coming into sort of spring and the warmer temperatures, things will be a bit nicer in there, I hope. Because at the moment the average temperature is about 13 degrees Celsius, which is not fun. So still wearing all the layers, but yeah, hopefully it will get warmer, but just because we're coming into spring, and then hopefully have a nice summer. It then leads on to me getting golfer's elbow, which has been a nightmare. So I think basically I got it from the mastic gun, so where I was putting the silicone in and around the frames to make sure that they were sealed properly and the air wasn't getting around them, because it was incredibly drafty. I think basically it was caused by that, or at least that exacerbated it, and then I ended up not being able to do anything pretty much for about 3 days because everything hurt. Like, so even like I couldn't go on the computer because it was weird, because I could still move it and pick things up absolutely fine, but it was just aching all the time, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So I was just like icing it, taking ibuprofen to try and help it, and yeah. So luckily it is sort of seemed to be okay now, although I was still doing the windows yesterday, so it is a bit sore again today. But hopefully now that is done, I'm not going to have to do that again, and hopefully it will clear up. I did go to the physio, and sort of she's given me some stretches to do, and then once it's calmed down a bit, I've got some exercises to do to strengthen it. But yeah, that's my sporting injury from a very non-sporting incident. But like I said, it's clearing up now, so hopefully things will get a bit easier, because it's quite frustrating. Because I've had issues with my elbow before. I think I've said in sort of other videos last time though, it was tennis elbow, and I don't play tennis, so that was just another non-sporting injury. But that one has cleared up actually, which is great, and I've been doing a lot of work to try and get that sort of tendon nice and strong. So that's good. So the physio was very happy that it wasn't the tennis elbow again. So that was one good thing that came out of it. But we are on the mend now. And like I said, hopefully moving forward, I can strengthen that and then it won't happen again. And I'll have a nice strong elbow. Okay, so moving on to what the next make-along video is going to be. Now, this I'm quite excited about, and it's something that I've been wanting to make and release for you guys for quite a while, and I've finally managed to get a design together that I like and that I think you guys will like. And so this week I have actually been filming the satchel video, which is going to be the next make-along video to be released. It's come out really well. I'm really pleased with it. I've made 2 now, because obviously I had to make a prototype to make sure that everything was actually going to work, and then I make the official one for the video. So yeah, so that's taken quite a while to film. It's been filmed over 4 days, I think I did eventually. So one of those days was like a half day anyway, because I had to go to the physio. But yeah, so that is finally done, and it's one of those projects, if you do decide to go on to make this, it's one of those projects that you sort of seem to take forever to do it, and then it's going to be suddenly done. So there's loads of little bits to do. Like even putting the pattern together took quite a while, because it's quite a big printout that you need, so there's lots of pieces that you got to stick together. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's come out, and I really hope you enjoyed that. And it was also sort of a first, not sponsored but supported video by one of the leather suppliers that I use. So Metropolitan Leather very kindly gave me 2 of their lived-in hides for this project so I could make the prototype and then make the official video, which is what you see. And the lived-in range is one of my favourite leathers that they offer. It's really nice. It's a distressed sort of hide, and it's sort of like oily pull up, and it's just, oh, I love it. And the colours that they have are just brilliant. So yeah, if you're interested in one of Metropolitan Leather's hides, I do highly recommend them as a company. Their leathers are really nice, and the people there are incredibly helpful. And there will be links in the description if you want to go and check them out. Obviously, you don't have to, but they are very nice leather. And if you're in the UK especially, they are a very good supplier. And I do believe they do international shipping as well for those of you who are outside of the UK. With the design of the satchel, I'm quite pleased with sort of how it came about, because what I've done, rather than having it so you have to undo the buckles every time you want to get into it, to make it sort of like a quick release, I've actually used magnets on it, and it seems to work really well. I've tried it with my big clunky computer that I have in the workshop, which is what is old enough that it still has a disk drive in it, and that fits in it really well, and the magnets stay closed. And also I've put my editing laptop in there as well, which again, it fits really well. And it's just, I'm just really pleased with how it's turned out. There's so much room in there, so you can fit loads of stuff in it, and yeah, it looks really nice, especially in that lived-in hide that Metropolitan very kindly gave me. So there are a couple really exciting things that actually happened this month, with the one being going viral on YouTube, or I think as viral as I'm ever gonna get. So basically, one of my shorts video that I released, the made in 60 seconds handmade belt video, it was really weird. Basically, I released it, I've written the date down, when was it? The 10th of December. So it did sort of reasonably well for my videos, but it wasn't anything particularly out there views wise until about a month or so later. And then things just, I'm not too sure what happened. I don't know how the YouTube shorts work, but it seemed to have got picked up and it just went crazy. So it went from just my usual few hundred views a day to just whooshing up to getting more than like 100,000 views a day. And like I said, I have no idea how this happened, but it was really exciting to see. So the views were just climbing and climbing. Every time, like every day I would go on, it would be like a ridiculous amount more. And so that was so exciting, because I've never had a video do that, and probably not going to happen again, because my other shorts, although they have done well, they haven't done as well as that one. And like I said, I have no idea how that happened. I'm assuming it just got picked up, and then because people were watching it, YouTube were like, oh, people are watching this, we will send it to more people. Because I think, well, that's my understanding of the YouTube algorithm. And so yeah, it was weird, because it happened like a month later. It just went up and up and up and up. And I just checked it before recording this video, and it's had over 2 million views, which is just ridiculous. And it's so weird that it happened like a month afterwards. I just don't really understand that. But yeah, so that's really exciting. Now, hopefully some of the other videos will do that. That would be really nice. I know sort of from looking at the shorts, from getting the information for that video, these shorts are actually doing quite well, and the other views, also the other videos that I've got, have more views in the time that they've been released than the majority of my videos that have been released at the similar time. So now, on the back of the sort of shorts doing reasonably well over on YouTube, my brother has been on at me for quite a while now to join TikTok, because he and his girlfriend think that my videos would do quite well on there. And so today was the day, on Saturday the 26th of February, that I finally downloaded TikTok onto my phone, because I've never even watched a TikTok. I don't really consume too much in the way of social media in terms of sort of Facebook and Instagram or anything like that. However, like doing a YouTube channel, my social media station of choice is definitely YouTube. So coming into this TikTok, I have no idea how it works, and I think this is how like my mum must feel when Apple do an iOS update, because I've got no idea what's going on there at all. But anyway, I have joined. If you want to follow me, if you just search for J.H.Leather, it should come up. And so far I've just put the one video out because I only had the one video on my phone to actually upload, and it is the card making shorts that I put on YouTube. And now it's been up for a few hours, and I'm up to a grand total of 17 views. And I've got a grand total of 3 likes, and I know that one of them is my brother, and maybe the other one might be his girlfriend. So it's a start. That's what it is. We're calling this is a start. So I think I'm looking to actually do more on there, and I think with the shorts as well on YouTube. So I'm going to be sort of putting them onto both as I make them. So if you sort of consume more content over on TikTok, then give us a follow and you can sort of see my videos on there. And like I said, this is something that I'd like to do more of, because I actually really enjoy making these shorts video, and I've got lots of ideas for other shorts that I can make, as well as going through the old videos that I have to actually sort of condense them down into shorts, which is what I've done with the ones that I've sort of posted already, except for that belt one, which I specifically made for a short. But yeah, so looking forward to learning about TikTok, I guess, and understanding what actually goes on, because I did message my brother afterwards asking what I was supposed to do, and I think pretty much you just upload a video and then it's done. It's released into the wild, and the TikTok gods will do with it as they please. So we'll see what happens on that, but I'm quite interested, to be fair, to actually see how that goes over on TikTok. So yeah, we will see. And if you are interested in watching any of those, then do give us a follow, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, where they will also be posted. Now, if you listened to the last episode of the podcast, you will have heard that I was working on my first ever online Leathercraft course, and that is now available. It's all ready for you to enroll, and I'm really excited for that. So it is a complete beginner course. So if you are brand new to Leathercraft and are looking to get into it but not too sure where to start, then I know I'm biased, but I do suggest you go and check out this video. So I teamed up with a company called Creative Fabrica for this video, and they host their online platform, and there is loads of other stuff on there for you to learn if you're interested in all that sort of thing. But yeah, so this video, or the course that I created, like I said, is for complete beginners, and we go over everything from tool selection, sort of leather, what leather is used and why, as well as then jumping straight in and doing 3 exclusive projects that I haven't done anywhere else, so you can get a really good grounding and understanding of Leathercraft. So I'm really excited for this and sort of what this means for me in the future, because hopefully, you know, if it does well and there is sort of uptake in it, we could do sort of more in the future. So like I said, this is a real beginner one, but I have got ideas for more advanced ones as well if this does well, because I think having like a proper course like that, I don't think it's more suited to YouTube or anything like that. I think having it on a platform like Creative Fabrica or a other learning platform sort of similar, I think that's a better place for it. But we'll see how it does. Anyway, I mean, because I've got, like I said, I've got ideas for other courses, and we'll see how this goes, whether maybe it's better that I host them myself. But yeah, really excited for that. And there is a link in the description if you are interested in actually sort of enrolling on that online course and getting started in leatherwork. So So looking ahead to March, there is one thing that's happening at the very beginning of this month that I am so excited about. And so I'm not going to say too much on here now because I want to keep it as a bit of a surprise for you all for when it does happen and it is announced over on the YouTube channel. But I'm really excited for this. And I think it's going to revolutionize the way, that I do Leathercraft, as well as sort of help me to offer you more in the way of learning and that sort of thing. So we're really excited about that. But like I said, I'm not going to say too much about it now because I want to keep it as a bit of a surprise. So keep your eyes peeled over on the YouTube channel for that, and on TikTok, because maybe I'll post there too. Yeah, but other than that, it's just basically March is going to be gearing up for the courses that are going to start commencing from April, when the workshop is a more suitable temperature. And if you are interested in doing a 1-to-1 workshop with me here in Wales, then you can check them out on my website, and I will leave a link in the description below. So I think that's about it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and if you did enjoy, you can subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one, and also leave a review. I've been told that they are very good for podcasts and will sort of help in the rating. But anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I will catch you next time.